Will you put yourself in?
Sure.
I'll be starting in just a minute. I just need to clean one thing real fast.
I'm telling you, like, it's got air. I am feeling it too.
Spring allergies are upon us.
Are they?
All right. Okay, almost there. Just need to get it back.
diced tomatoes, nani, pinto, black bean.
Black bean.
I don't have my hands full or anything, but I'll look.
Nice.
Alright.
Alright, so put that up. I'll get that right off. Yes. Okay, and alrighty. Get my stream set up here. Give me the cutting board. Okay, and in 3, 2, 1. Hi guys, welcome back to my stream. I'm Allison the Sassy Baker, and we're making chili, but with a fall theme, because I know chili can get monotonous to some people, but I really love it, and it's really easy to meal prep. Hey, fuck you. No, I'm just joking. I love you. But yeah, we are doing chili, but we're putting a fall twist on it. Allison, what does it mean to have a fall twist?
You're putting pumpkin in it, aren't you?
I'm putting pumpkin in it. Yes, I am. But trust me, guys, it tastes really good. And I often, like this last week with my chili, I put it over sweet potato all week and like had mashed it in there. Oh my god, it was so good.
You're a sweet potato.
You're a sweet potato. And you can actually put them in. I don't really have enough to put them in for this. Plus, I kind of like the texture. So
The texture.
yeah, the texture. It's all about the texture. No, it's not. But yeah, so we're gonna be starting with 1 yellow onion. Why yellow? Because they just taste good, okay?
Why not
Trust me.
a white
Again, it's a taste thing.
or a red?
Why not a purple? You know, red onions are clearly purple.
Nope, they're red.
No, they're purple.
Nah, they're red.
Whoever decided to name them red, I'm pretty sure it might be colorblind.
Nope.
Yep. Okay, so where's the favorite part of peeling the onion, yo? It sucks.
You know what else sucks?
Life.
Life.
Wife? What the fuck, you asshole? You're getting demotion points for that. You're demoted to manservant now.
That sounds like it sucks. sucks.
Yeah. Or errand boy.
Man. Sounds bad.
Yeah, could be. Saying you don't break so bruiser. You better take that back.
Absolutely.
You and your
What?
shenanigans.
I don't have any of
It's
those.
too early in the evening for this. Ooh, Jesus. This onion does not want to peel. I have layers and I'm sticking to them.
Yay!
But yeah, so putting the chili over the sweet potatoes, like I had cooked up the sweet potatoes for part of my other lunches and everything, but throughout the week I just kind of put them over the chili, like, because it was already mashed, and I took them out of the skin and I put the chili over it and heated it up in the microwave, and it's really good. Alright. So. Okay. Now we have one whole onion. Ooh, no, my eye is doing the thing that blurs.
What?
My eye is doing the thing that blurs.
Your eye's leaking?
No, it's not leaking, it's blurring.
Leaking?
Blurring. Okay.
Leaking?
It's not, though. Just blurred. Blurred lines.
What
Okay.
does it do?
What'd you do?
What did I do?
So, I am playing around with the time that ooh, it's time 7:30. Okay. I'm playing around with the times that I'm doing my stream and trying to pay attention when people come in. I had it set for like 6:30 p.m. Eastern, but nobody was coming in until like 7:30, like 8-ish. So I'm just going to try and gauge this week, like, you know, when I get the most viewership. Because it's no fun talking to myself for like 2 hours, 3 hours, 4
Yeah, make
hours.
it sound like I'm not even here.
Sometimes, like when you passed out the other week, yeah.
Well,
I was
pass out.
all alone. All by myself. He
Not my
cannot face it. It was your fault. You literally fell asleep.
Nope, not my fault.
It's not my fault. I'm not to blame. It's the old gypsy girl, the witch who cast her flame. It's not my fault. It's in God's plans. She made the devil so much stronger than a man. Hellfire, dark fire. Now I have that song stuck in my head. Oh, it's like the skeeviest guy in all Disney. One of the skeeviest guys in all of Disney.
Disney.
Oh, Disney. Okay.
Disney World. I don't know what to do with the rest of my evening.
Yourself? No, you're gonna talk to me, right? You promised. And that means you I have to. No, it probably won't be a very long stream. I'm not feeling it today. Like, not feeling very well. But I want to get my meal prep done. But, my sinuses this week has been nuts. It snowed. What was that, yesterday? Yeah. No. It snowed Saturday. which was unexpected because it was 80s, and now we're in the 60s and 70s and 80s again. My body can't keep up. I'm ancient. Okay. Ooh, my nose. All right, cool. Here we have my onion chopped up. So what I've done before, and you can certainly do, it's just more time. Actually, it's definitely more time. You can take the sweet potato and cut it up and like do that first, like heat it up in your pot first. Like I just have a regular Dutch oven. You can certainly do it that way. I just thought it was like more time. It took usually if you skin them and then cut your sweet potato and then you cube them into smaller pieces. It can take a while to like break all that down. So it really is just faster to poke holes in them, stick them in a microwave, and be done with it. Alrighty, so I got some coconut oil on, and I'm doing, what is it? Medium heat. So, what's up? Alright, now time to get the meat out. Onions. My eyes. Okay. I might even have to push it back to like later than 7:30. I think most people maybe don't get on to like 8ish. But we shall see. We shall see. But yeah, I'm just trying to play with the time and see like when the best time to stream is. Never, Allison. Don't ever stream, you sassy person, you. That's true. Alright. In the meantime, I'm just checking my games while that heats up. Me, wow. Oh, my baby needs a nap. The other dog out and I walked down. Alright. Today's the anniversary of my maternal grandmother's passing, and it's very sad.
What would you like?
What would I like?
What would you like?
What do you... What would I like? What?
What would you like?
A hug?
I knew it!
A kiss?
That's not too far.
A cake? A Ukrop's cake?
You would want a cake.
She really liked them. Oh, I could make an applesauce cake in her on a.
You want a what? A cake? We ain't got those. I should probably eat something.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry too.
I literally have only had chicken that I haven't eaten because it's still in the microwave.
And the pizza. That's how good
And
I
2
know.
slices of pizza.
You're winning at life.
I am doing something in life. I had no idea what's going on with my.
I know. I
Lungs.
cannot stop. My nose hurts so bad. Like it hurt. Yesterday, it like hurt to touch it, but like, oh, it's not doing me any favors today either.
I'm blaming Danner.
I know. I was like, I was going to tell you, like, so he, around 6, he came and like, sat on my face, and I was like, he's purring. It was like, he's purring, so maybe it like counteracts the fact that I'm breathing in all these allergens.
No.
No, it didn't.
He's trying to get comfortable too, on your face.
I know, he's so cute though.
Mommy doesn't need to breathe.
We don't need Bobby to breathe.
Except my love.
Except
Even if it kills you.
That's how I show my love.
Murder.
She's engaged now.
Who's engaged now?
Nicole.
Well, McLaughlin.
McLaughlin.
I wish them the best.
I
I
do
know
too.
not to expect the best.
I wish them the best too. I hope maybe he did have a change. Like some people do change.
They do.
Like for the better. So maybe they grew as a couple and
God, I hope so.
or she just really lowered her expectations. But either way, it's not her business.
I mean, it could be eventually.
It probably won't. She probably won't gravitate to me to talk about it.
Not anymore. She already knows your feelings about it, so she's probably not going to ever come to you.
We do not press it, we look over it. That's all good. Oh, my nose. Can you give me my water bottle, please? Man, poor Amazon. Those people have to work so late. Yeah. Delivery drivers.
Where did you put your water?
Is it not in the bedroom?
I didn't see it. Unless you put it somewhere else in the bedroom. I'll go double check.
If it's not on my nightstand or on the dresser. What? Did Derek knock it over? Oh, you know what? Never mind. Not on purpose. It was literally right behind me, but I couldn't see it. It blended in.
See, that's what you get for asking you for things all the time. You never know what you actually have.
Hush up, you. I did look around like this area.
Apparently not very hard.
Well, I wouldn't have guessed in the back, Doggo. I don't have eyes in the back of my head. I'm not a mom yet. Jeez.
You still probably wouldn't get it.
I probably wouldn't either. But I could probably, I'd definitely be able to hear him. Desfortunadamente. He'd be like, what are you doing?
That's the fun / not so fun about being friends with somebody that has a less than stellar partner.
Mm-hmm.
Inevitably, you want to be there for your friend,
Yeah.
but at the same time,
You know they're making bad choices.
yep.
But then again, like, people do change. I change. You know, it's not.
Okay, but you
unheard
weren't saying
of,
you
but-
weren't saying shit like he was saying.
Yeah, I wasn't giving off massive ass red flags to start with.
and your mom wasn't invited. Like Your mom wasn't advising me against dating you.
Yeah.
That's never a good
That's
sign.
sad. Yeah, like when your own mom's like, "Don't date this guy." Like
He's just like his dad,
he's just
who was
like
a piece
his
of
dad. And the reason that they split up.
shit because he would do stuff like that.
Yeah, and he's just gonna be a trauma dump on her. But I think he probably tried to manipulate her because like he has 2 kids, and I'm sure like he's probably make her feel bad. Like you can't leave; they're attached to you. I would not even be surprised if he pulled that nonsense. But whatever.
Sad.
But I'm hoping for the best, that they have worked out their problems, that she knows what she wants.
Funny thing about Hope.
Yeah. It's just sad because he looks like her brother. He looks like he could be her brother. Ugh.
Now, the sad part is that they broke up for a good reason and got back together.
Yes. Oh my God, yes. And it's like, he literally like,
Not to be spreading your business, Nicole.
sorry, but don't.
She knows what she did.
I'm just worried about her. Like, you know,
I am too.
want the best for my friends. I want the best for everybody. Like, I really want.
But in some cases, people make their bed and lay in it.
Yeah.
And then if they end up broken, then you help them pick up the pieces. But it's like, Jesus, you could have not just gone.
It's like, I feel like this is avoidable. Like,
it was avoidable.
really-
It was 100% avoidable.
and but like, she wanted somebody to love her, and I get it. Like, the dating pool around here is fucking dumb.
Yeah, she scrapped the bottom of the fucking barrel.
And it's like, you know, this is the thing about tights and people who have tights. Don't do it. Don't fucking put yourself in a box. Like, I can understand if you're literally just not attracted or you don't think, like, I've turned down a couple of guys who have asked me out before I even met Devontae because I didn't honestly think it would work out between us. Like, we didn't have the same personalities. And I'm not even the one, like, to go with, and they weren't attractive to me. Now, I'm not so shallow as to base everything on there. It was mostly their personalities. I was just like, I don't think, no offense, that we would be working out. Here's the pepper.
Yeah, there's a lot more important things than appearance.
Yeah, when Devontae asked me out, I was surprised. I was like, a black person had never asked me out. I had never even considered dating anybody outside of my race because nobody had asked me, and I didn't think like people were attracted to me outside of my race. So I never, really ever had to think about it.
Well, that also goes to show, not necessarily that, a lot of people are shallow. But a lot of people are fucking shallow. Like, Jesus Christ.
They really are, and I'm not like...
Like, I never understood that part of the culture, or, like, the part of people, even.
Yeah.
Where
it's like,
they
oh,
put
like that
so
guy
much...
who has, like a checklist or whatever. The checklist asshole.
Yeah.
Where he's like, she can't be taller than me, she has to be a 10. It'd be like, bitch, you ain't even a 10.
Right.
You're like a 2.2 at best.
If
and
that.
I'm being generous.
If that.
Yeah, like, and that's me being generous. Like,
So I'd never. Or
like,
the whole ranking system for appearance, that just boggles my mind too.
God, right? And it's
Like, yeah, she's a solid 9 or 8, and like, what the fuck does that even mean?
It's
She's
like,
hot. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
but why is there a ranking system in the first place?
Like, you could just say she's hot. Like, whatever numbers you're using are probably arbitrary as
at
fuck.
best, yes. It's like, that's my thing. Those numbers are so arbitrary. It's just like,
Yeah, my ranking system goes 1 to 10, but I never give anyone over a 2 because I think 2 is the best. But it can be like that. Honestly, it can be
Oh my
like
god,
that.
it does be like that. Oh, you should feel honored to be a 2.
Yeah, it's like.
I mean, like, no.
It's some
It's
nonsense. It's like no fair. Like
And then it's like, if you ask a woman, you better say over 10. And it's such a baseless number. It's such a baseless number. And it's like,
I never once understood like why people are obsessed with trying to find like the most attractive partners that they could possibly get.
yeah. Because then it's like, okay, they might be super attractive, but, you know, they might not have a great personality.
And that's the thing. In a lot of cases, that happens because a lot of people that are attractive, they end up with terrible personality traits because they don't have to
Because they're
build
entitled.
on
Yeah.
their personality.
Well, because they probably become, you know,
Like they get a lot of chances to be good at socializing because people want to talk to them because they're attractive.
yeah, because they're pretty. But then they're selective as fuck.
Right.
And then they know that they're selective as fuck.
Yeah, and it just gets.
And it's like,
it's not a good time.
so it'd be like,
Honestly, there's been studies done regarding that, like people, developmentally speaking, attractive people are typically ranked or rated better conversationalists than people that are unattractive, right? But it's not the case that like
they're good
They're-
conversational.
well, no. It's not even the case that like their appearance plays a significant factor into why they're better at being conversationalists. It's the fact that they had more opportunities to have conversations with people because they're attractive. If you are ugly or like just I guess societally unattractive, people aren't going to want to talk to you. People will probably avoid you. So your opportunities to develop your social skills are way fewer and far between than someone that's more attractive than yourself. And that is a observable phenomenon that happens all over the world.
Oh my god, or you could be so attractive that you get kicked out of your Muslim country because you're turning them in gay.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Oh god, that poor guy, like,
Alright, fine.
He
Let's
has-
go.
it's like you're so attractive that, like,
You're leading men to sin.
but it's like he has to leave his friends, his family, his life, everybody he's ever known, go to a culture that's entirely different that, you know, it's just like, oh, okay, that's like low as fuck.
As I said, we
Just because, like, oh,
put
man, he's attractive guy.
we as humans put way too much fucking stock into appearance.
No.
Like way too much fucking stock.
And that's
Like there was a point maybe in our genealogical development that was a thing, but like many other things from
yesteryear.
centuries or thousands of years ago, that shit's now useless.
Yeah.
Don't have a use for certain things. Like we have parts of our bodies that are no longer used, that were used before, but no longer used because we've evolved beyond the need for them. The whole appearance thing, it's kind of the same deal. And it ends up getting perverted and like just shifted into weird ways to the point where like, oh yeah, no, this person is dressed nice. I can trust them. And we start putting weird value claims based off of appearance.
Yep. And
I was
then,
like, oh, what? You're dressed this way? You obviously don't care about yourself or your body.
so then, like, people are, like, schools and stuff try to get around that by doing uniforms and trying to take out some of that equation.
And even that's a fucking crapshoot.
Oh.
Well, they have a dress code that's like sexist as hell.
Yes. Or, like, racist as hell, too, with hair.
Or both.
Freaking, now this is.
Usually targeting black girls is what it usually ends up being.
Dude, our dress code in high school was just fucking like so ridiculous. We had somebody named Sargent who used to he was a vice principal, and he used to carry these big ass T-shirts, and any woman that like any young woman that didn't have like had spaghetti straps, had like had just a low cut T-shirt. It was just so sexist towards women. Jesus fucking Christ.
I would have been one of the dudes.
And I'd be like, are you distracted? Because you'd be looking at them.
I would have been one of the dudes who would dress the exact same way and given the opportunity to
Yes.
illustrate the double standards.
Yes, and it's just like,
It's like, do I get a T-shirt too?
and I'll be like,
Like, why not?
God, it was just so embarrassing for those ladies. And then like, if they have like they make people go home if you like your shorts or a skirt or whatever had to come past your
Fingertips.
your fingertips.
Your longest
Had
finger.
to. And my thing is like, A, some people have like long ass arms, but B, it's none of your fucking business. Like, stop placing so much blame on, like, it's just enforcing the culture that women are to blame. Like,
or women need to hide themselves.
yeah, or women need to shame themselves. It's like, are you fucking joking me? And it's like, I've never wanted to be like a part of that. So like, of course I'm not gonna wear. It's just so fucking rude. It's just so
When
fucking rude.
My sister, when she was in high school, she actually got sent home. Well, not so. They either made her change or she got sent home. One of the two. I can't remember which happened, but my sister, before she lost her mind, she was a very intelligent young lady. Like, she was in all AP classes. Like, she was on track to become a great scientist once upon a time in her life. She was on the debate team, swim team. She did her stuff. So you wouldn't think or wouldn't imagine that somebody like that would have any kind of issues with authority, right? Except for the one time that she decided that she wanted to be, a little more expressive with her outfit, and she wore short shorts. Still within, regulations, because she didn't want to be breaking any rules. They got her on it. Even though it was within the length that, they said that it needed to be. And they said it was inappropriate for her. Now, my sister, she was an athlete. She had shapely legs and she had a butt. Literally in the process of getting written up for that, she pointed at a girl, white girl,
Yep.
same outfit, pretty much, same length for the pants, and was like, are you going to do something about her? But she didn't have, her legs were not nearly the same shape, she didn't have an ass, like, it was flat. It's like, what are you gonna do about her? It's like, oh, she's fine.
Mm.
It's like,
That's so fucking rude.
okay.
It's like
It's like at that point, it's like you have to
those need to go into
the drawer.
No. They have meat on them. I gotta wash them.
Oh. But it's like, at that point, it's like, do you fight the good fight, or are you just like, you know what, fuck it, it's not even worth it. And in her case, she was like, it's not worth fighting it because there's more. She has fewer allies than.
Yeah.
Oh, she has more enemies than allies in the administration. Because this is also the same school that my brother had to leave because his teachers were being racist as shit.
Yeah. It was like, whoo.
Central Gwinnett High School, by the way.
Racist. Viva la racist.
Long ass track record.
And like their police officers, God, everybody.
Oh yeah, Gwinnett's police officers were so bad that they actually made it on the news here in Virginia once. And me watching that segment, I was like, I'm not fucking surprised. They're terrible.
Who called it? Everybody?
Yeah. Well, people that are familiar with them. But yeah, back to the whole appearance thing. The part that gets me the most is the fact that appearance is so tied to trust. That's the one thing that gets me. The appearance being tied to trust. Has nothing to fucking do with trust.
Yep.
But in people's minds, it's tied very closely to that. Like, somebody smiling well is seen as more trustworthy than somebody that has like a plain look on their face. That's bonkers to me. Like, I get this. I kind of understand why it happened because, you know, when humans weren't the only humanoids around and, you know, there were Neanderthals and other hominids, they had violent wars, so of course you would want to trust the ones that look like you, right? And have an issue with the ones that didn't look like you. That makes sense. But the fact that we still carry it among humans.
How not very far we've come from.
Right.
And, you know, it's still like a war of races today. Like, Africa, just look at like pretty much any war we've been in. Fucking Hitler. People didn't look like him. Or people didn't look like the master race. Like, gotta go.
Well, you would think that as a species, we would have been kind of immune to the effects that, you know, help preserve the species. No. Not at all.
And I get, like, so, attractiveness, there is a certain part of that, like, in the animal kingdom, birds, like, apes, like, there is an attractive, like, quality, like, you know, like, peacocks, they show their feathers, like, so yes, like, as a species, and as, like, an animal, but because we're so intelligent and have the forethinking and have come so far in technology and have come so far,
we should be able to resist all that bullshit.
Yes, you would think, like, hey, maybe, just maybe, the guy who's not a 10 might have a decent fucking personality and I should go out with him. Now, he might not. There is a lot of piss in the pool, as they say.
But I want pretty babies.
But I want and that's my thing. Holy shit. Like, people put so much time. It's like, what if you don't even have kids? It'd be like...
But the possibility.
Oh, God. The possibility. That's my thing. Oh, gosh. Like, the person in the chat the other day, your husband's ugly and y'all are gonna have ugly babies. And it'd be like, you're an ugly bitch. Like, die. Thanks. I was like, it doesn't matter. Like, he's my husband. I love him. And he's not an ugly person.
Yeah, they're like 16 though.
Yeah, that person was a troll anyway.
Yep, that's true.
But still, it's like... And it's still, and even if they thought that.
Oh, look, it's Flippy.
Hi, Flippy. How are you? You're catching us on another tirade. Congratulations.
We have a lot of those.
1,000 of those.
1,000? 10,000.
Probably more than that. You're right. I was just,
This is why we need to make a podcast.
We do. Today's rant is called attractiveness, appearances, and how we should be moving on from that as a species.
Appearance only goes skin deep, and we shouldn't be judging so much fucking shit off of appearance.
Can you get a Worcestershire sauce out, babe? But people do.
Oh, my favorite appearance thing. One of my favorite things that I encountered.
Worcestershire.
Um,
Gotta keep in contact.
So when I was Christian, when I was Christian, one of the what?
I said there.
Right. So when I was Christian, and this is not an incredibly long time ago. This was 7 or 8 years ago. Like
Still quite a bit. Okay. Either way.
But
press
anyway,
on.
so the Episcopal Church in that I was attending at that time, they had they use that slogan that I think a couple other churches use it too, but I think it was like, excuse me, but it was like it was supposed to be an inviting thing. It's the slogan was "Come as you are," right? And I thought about that for a minute. I'm like, and I looked around. And I noticed the whole kind of deal where when people want to go to church, they get dressed up and they put on their Sunday best and blah, blah, blah. And you get looked at a certain kind of way if you come in like shorts and a t-shirt or jeans and a t-shirt. And like, you could tell that people were looking at you because you were wearing these things, right? And I just imagined, I was like, so what if a homeless person wanted to come to a service off the street? Like, according to that slogan, we're supposed to, like, let them in because, you know, you come as you are. If all you have is dingy clothes from living on the street, that's all you got.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, but at the same time, people are like, oh, but you have to show respect towards God by, like, and I was just sitting there like,
That's a fucking...
And the kicker. So I got scolded a little bit for wearing my hat. I used to wear fedoras fairly consistently. Wore my fedora into church. It was a problem. It was seen as being disrespectful because, you know, having a hat on.
Yes, how did that even come about hats in the door? Like, Jesus.
And I'm like, is that not also a part of the come as you are things? Like, my hat is an important part of my wardrobe. Like,
Yes.
I wear my hat for a specific reason. Like, does that not matter?
It's religious purposes.
Right. But I got crap for it, and it's like, could y'all, like, try to be a little less hypocritical? Like, these things are glaringly obvious to me, but I guess you guys, it's not clicking because you're used to it.
But you also told the person at, like, how old were you? Like 6 or 7? Or not very old. And he was like, so if a newborn baby
Oh, yeah.
doesn't get baptized, they're going to hell? And, like, ask the preacher this, like...
Yeah.
And, like, not very old, and just, like... And
Because
it's like,
it
yes.
doesn't make sense. Like,
Yeah, like
Like
you know,
you-
like you're stillborn, you don't have a chance to become it, but you're going to hell because you haven't been baptized?
right, and like, this is my brain clicking and asking questions, like, that does not make sense. Like, how the heck could you say you have a merciful God?
Yes, and then
And
that
then you send a baby to hell because they didn't get magic water sprinkled on them?
magic water time, magic water time.
Like, and I was like, and not even just that, like, clearly there were people that were born before Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
So all those people are stuck in purgatory because they didn't know that,
Magic water existed.
right, or that, you know, the physical living body of God was supposed to be appearing thousands of years later. So they're just gonna sit in purgatory.
Damn it, I wasn't born fast enough.
Like, yeah, no, man, I really didn't get the lottery on that one.
Oh, gracious.
And it's weird. Like, there was a lot of weirdness going on with regard to, like, me trying to have faith, but also having too many questions that did not have good answers. So, it's like I literally gave it a shot.
It's like, don't you think you could do better than this, guys?
Right. Or the other part about that, and this probably isn't an issue that's like an isolated thing, but the people that claim that they are Christians and then act nothing like whatever the heck even like Christ is supposed to be like, right? Like, they are so far removed from whatever that is supposed to be.
My pet peeve is when Christians are like, oh, you're going to hell. It'd be like, hey, you're not fucking Jesus, nor are you God. How the fuck can you sit here and say I'm going to hell when you don't know? You are not fucking Jesus. You don't decide that. You're not the devil. You're not ISIS. You're not anybody that determines those in any religion.
But
you don't get a say.
But they're trying to help you.
But they're trying to help. It's different. And then I'm like, so you're the gatekeeper. And it's like, and then for those people that are like, oh yeah, it's like you're going to hell. It'd be like, if they're all like you, I don't want to go to heaven. Bitch, I'd rather go to hell if they're stingy little bitches like you up there.
Or exceptionally judgmental.
Yes, I ain't going somewhere where it's judgmental as fuck.
Like.
And if like, these are the same people that are like, oh, all gays are going to hell. But like, well, then it's going to be a goddamn rave party 24/7. So fuck you. You can have your, judgmental. Oh my God, can you believe what she's wearing to the gates today? Oh my God. And I'll take my whoop whoop party.
I
I'm
don't.
so done. I cannot.
I don't get it. I literally gave having faith multiple tries, like having like being a Christian.
So you have your own.
I do have my own thing now, but like I did give it an honest shot because I know there are people like me that either they became theologians or went on to study more and still accepted that the faith had its issues, but it was like it's an issue with. It's not necessarily a faith issue; it's a people issue.
And how it's cut and paste Islamic, but they're the enemy.
Yeah, there's a lot of weirdness with that, but like, so
You didn't know you was coming here for a rant, did you, Flippy?
Right. Well, like,
probably did.
me being who I am, I'm not gonna say that Christianity in itself or any other Abrahamic religion, because there's not just one. I'm not going to straight up say that, it's all terrible. What is terrible, and what we've seen is terrible, time and time again throughout history, is that what happens is that the people in charge, the human individuals in charge of these organizations or these of organized religion, more often than not, they're crappy people. They're just
hypocritical.
They're not good. Like, they have no business. Sure, no one's perfect. Sure, whatever, right? But you don't want exceptionally flawed individuals being leaders like that.
Ooh, or pedophiles and rapists.
Like, you don't want somebody that's going to sexually assault your child leading a church. Like, you don't want that. And then when it happens, you don't just kind of sweep it under the rug and then pass them to a different church. Like, it didn't happen.
Like, no. You need to come down and be like, that's not okay.
Like, people give Catholics a bad rap for that. And rightfully so. Like,
but it happens.
But it happens across the gamut, like, for any kind of religion, just about. Or any of the Abrahamic faiths, anyway.
And I'm sure it happens a lot of other places, too.
But it's a freaking crapshoot, and my problem isn't necessarily the religion itself. It is literally the people within it that cause so much harm and damage and don't care.
And that's another thing. Like, I've listened, like, I have friends that are, like, super Christian, and, like, listening to their stories about, like, their pastors and stuff, and I'm just like, and then, like, now going to their weddings and being like, holy shit, these people are allowed to exist? Like...
You're allowed to be a leader of this congregation?
What about, like, dude, oh, God, like...
Do better!
Yes, like, Kristen's, like, and to be fair, like, that's not her regular pastor, I don't think. It's, like, was to appease someone's mom. But, damn, that guy, like, I felt like, oh, God.
But everyone's entitled to an opinion. I've heard that phrase.
You have to, like, warn me ahead of time that this pastor
Yeah.
sucks. It's like, where are you going with them?
Like, having an opinion is fine. Sure, opinions are great, right?
But acknowledge that you're...
No, but here's the thing, though. An opinion is something like, I think the color red is great. Not something like, yeah, no, I think that two people who share the same sex should not be together. That's not an opinion.
That's fucking...
That's fucked, is what that is.
Yeah, and it's not your fucking business. Like, do you know how many, like, I have this big rant, and I'm not going to go on it this time, but...
This time.
We'll save that for another day. But my big thing is... Just, shit, I kind of lost my train of thought. What were you saying right before this?
About having opinions?
Yeah. It's like...
About gay people?
Oh, minding your business. Okay. So my big thing is mind your own fucking business. Like, don't tell people you're going to hell. Don't tell people, like, stay out of other people's fucking business. As a culture, as like a community, like, do you know how much better we'd be off if people just minded their own fucking business?
But I have to know what's in that person's pants.
It's just like, mind your own business.
I have to know whether or not they have a penis.
It's like, does it concern you?
No. I have to know.
I have to know. No, you don't.
It is a requirement. I must satiate my curiosity. I must know.
I must be able to judge them. I must be able to. No, it's like, mind your own goddamn business. Like, it's not your business. Stay out of other people's business.
I have to know if there's a penis. I just need to know.
I need to know.
Like, I need to know if, like, that's a person with a penis, because otherwise I need to know whether or not my feelings are kind of gay. Or if they're right.
Oh my God.
Or they're just confused.
It bothers me so much because it's like, we would be so much better off if people just minded their own goddamn business and, like, didn't get in other people's. It's like, it's just stop. Just stop. Time out. Walk away. Walk away.
But it's against my faith.
I don't give a shit. Your faith is to not mind your own fucking business.
Apparently, yes.
Yeah, it's to be
the Almighty God is very much concerned about what happens in people's bedrooms and whether or not they whether or not they're using toys the way that it's supposed to, or putting things in the right hole.
Sex is only for procreation.
There you go.
Oh my God, made me like, that's a sad ass life that you lead. Good luck with that.
God, the Almighty God that created the universe and all things in it, needs to know that you're putting the penis in the right hole. Because if you're not, then it upsets the fabric of the universe, and therefore you're going to go to hell, because it is a slap in his face, because he didn't make you to do that, apparently, even though he knew all things.
But he gave us
the ability to choose. And
there's nothing in the Bible that it says that it goes against it.
People try to make it.
But people try to, and that's my thing, like, humans try to, okay, my thing is, I feel like the Bible's fan fiction. Lo siento, sorry if that's your religion, but it is a big fan fiction. Men created this, or translated it. They're found in tablets and all over. So these are stories, not even based in reality, no proof, So fan fiction about Jesus and about other people, and it's like, you're gonna give your own like human interpretation. It would be like us talking about Twilight and like, or us talking about Harry Potter. That's a better one. Us talking about Harry Potter and being like, no. J.K. Rowling, J.K. Rowling, our creator, she actually meant this when she did. She doesn't hate trans people. Look, there was one gay person right here. This twinkle in the eye, like our creator said, it's okay. Right here on a in-depth footnote on page 10. Okay.
Interesting point there too. Like there's ha.
You know what things he said.
My bad.
Penis.
My bad. But not really, but my bad.
How dare you? God, way to give the men some feelings.
But
We're digging
inquiring minds need to know whether or not there's a dick, Allison. The world needs to know who and who does not have a dick. It is very important, Allison.
The dick is real. That big dick energy. We must know.
We must know whether or
We
not the
must
energy
know.
is appropriate to be ascribed.
I love you, Olivia. Sorry. Hopefully we're not. We have rants for days, and this is. If you can't tell, this is one of them. But back to my fan fiction.
Yeah, back to that point. There's actually an interesting, like, offshoot to that kind of discussion. So, the Bible, in its current form, was written what? How many years ago was that? It's a long time ago, right? Like
The mid
a
1400s.
couple thousand.
When it got translated, right?
Yeah.
The Dark Ages.
Right, like
When the texts were starting to come back.
right. So, we're talking about a text that was written a very, 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 very long time ago. People's lives during that time were very, very, very different from what they are
People
today.
live shorter lives, people.
So you have to take in consideration, just like any textbook, rather at any book of text, you have to take in consideration the time in which it was written and who the audience is for. Because like you take even books today, you do the exact same thing. The audience of, like The Grapes of Wrath or The Color Purple or, these books from
A Streetcar Named Desiree.
A Streetcar Named Desiree. Freaking Edgar Allan Poe's works.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he's more recent, his work still you have to
They're
take it in the
outdated a little.
you have to
Because-
take it in the context of the time that it was written.
Because tuberculosis was a big thing, and a lot of his stuff was about death. Because guess what? People
Death
were
was
dying.
Right. So, with that in mind, the Bible as a text was written in a very, very specific time. Now, the problem with that, and the kind of problem with
No.
Cat, what are you doing? The
Go ahead,
problem,
sorry,
the
our
problem
cat.
with what happens with sacred texts like this, you're taking essentially a guidebook on how to live, right? Because that's kind of what it kind of boils down to. You take all these stories and you're supposed to take life lessons and, ways that you're supposed to conduct your life out of these books, or this book. Which essentially kind of makes it like a life guidebook, right? Or even a self-help book, right? So you're talking about a thousands of year old self-help book. And you're trying to force it to be applicable to today. Now, sure, some things might translate well. Like, hey, you should probably love your spouse. You probably shouldn't be a dick to your neighbors. That kind of
Probably
stuff.
shouldn't kill people willy-nilly.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't murder everybody that you see. Probably not. Or steal, right? Or lie and do stuff like that. Now, see, those things, that's kind of a universal thing. But there are other more, very specific niche things that only applied to that time because that was important back then. Like, why was there... You look at Leviticus. Leviticus is full of that kind of very niche societal stuff that was only pertinent to that time. Why is there something about how eating shellfish is an abomination? Well, it's an abomination because if you ate it, a lot of times people didn't know how to prepare shellfish, and they
you
would
die.
get deathly sick. So eating shellfish was very bad because you would die. So they're like, oh, we should probably include this in in this guidebook to life. Like, don't eat this, you will probably die. That works.
But now, because we've come as far as we have, guess what? You don't die when you, hopefully, knock on wood. I mean,
you still can, but we're a lot better at
if
a
you're
lot
not
of other
allergic
things.
to it, yeah.
Cat, what are you? Don't put your mouth on that.
Our cat's being special,
He is being very
as
special.
always.
But yeah, it's and that's the thing. Like the more explicit things that the more general things that they definitely could be applied today. Those, nothing wrong with them. Don't murder. Don't hate people for no freaking reason. Don't judge people for no reason.
Yes, don't judge people. It's right
Like,
there.
Those are kind of like the big things, right?
That's a cat.
But
Doing cat
then,
things.
but then when you got things like you're trying to argue that God doesn't like gay people because of like one passage that you misinterpreted, that's where you come into an issue, because it's not even explicit what it's actually referring to, because the original text in that line, and it's a line that people love to use when they're talking about how they don't approve of the lifestyle because they're Christian. That line is actually referring originally to pedophilia.
Yes.
That's what it's referring to. Like, it was talking about, grown men should not be having sex with kids.
Kids. Yes.
That was the point. People took that translation, though, and morphed it into what a lot of Christians like to use today about, man should not lay in bed in the same way that he lays with a woman.
But this also, so taking all of this like religious context, right? And here's our thing. Like, why is it so prevalent? Why is this a big thing? Well, who got sent over here? The Quakers, we founded a nation on, like, the outcast of, like, fucking society.
The people that didn't like.
The people that nobody fucking liked. They're like, you're too weird. Here, have some money, just go the fuck away. Just
At least when it comes to the Quakers.
Away.
Because the Quakers were extremists.
Yes. And there were some other, like, there's others too, but, like, Quaker, and,
Now
like,
we have their oats!
yes, yay! Oh, boy. So we're founding a nation on outcasts that, are extremists, like, fucking extremists. That's why you get things like the Salem witch trial. You have, our history is so embedded, and then people want to continue a Christian nation, but you can't be like the freedom of religion and be a Christian nation. It doesn't make sense. Separation of church and state. You lost me with all the things you guys are saying. Aw,
We're
sorry.
saying a lot.
We are.
It's
We're on
because
tangents.
This is what happens when you
When
study
you're passionate
too many things.
and yes, when you're a history major and you minored in anthropology and you got problems.
Philosophy majors studied extensively religion. And developed a lot of feelings about religion.
Sorry that we're losing you. Do you want us to repeat any of our...
Would you like further clarification about the
Would you like
dicks?
some clarification about the dicks and how you shouldn't enter them?
Oh God, no! Do not answer the no. Oh. Pretty sure there's a part of the Bible about that. Maybe. Do not stick things in the pee-pee. It is an abomination.
No, I meant like where you insert it.
I know.
You
I know
was
where
just
you were.
being
I was just being
naughty.
Yes.
Sorry, or is this too much dick talk for you?
Not enough.
Not enough TikTok. Wait.
By the end of this discussion, it should be a whole ass sausage fest.
Yes, exactly. One whole sausage.
It's rain and sausage. Hallelujah. It's rain and sausage. Amen.
You're a hallelujah. Alright, let's have some chili. I'm starving.
The Lord has gifted me with a schlong.
And I must use it everywhere. I'll be like Zeus, I shall enter it.
Man, the number of guys that actually feel that way, though. Holy crap. Literally think they're like God's gift to like womankind. You should feel honored to be in the presence of my dick.
Oh my god. I can't stand people like that. Please, Flippy, don't ever be like that. Please. Please, please, don't be like that.
But how are you gonna be an alpha male, Allison? Well, actually, no. The new thing is a sigma. Apparently, yeah, because apparently people were making fun of the alpha males too much, so they had to make up a new term that's above the alpha, so they called themselves sigmas now, and it's like.
So, oh my God, one of my favorite, what is she? She's on TikTok and on Instagram. She's on like several different platforms, and I can't remember her name, but she's like. She made a whole like YouTube video about these the alpha males, like they made their own, but she had taken it. It was like, we're having a real problem in our culture with these with these betas clearly thinking they're alphas and they're not. Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
It's just so funny.
Oh my God, and I love her so much. Can you bring this stool, like take that stuff off of me and stool over?
Every time.
You don't understand.
Every time I hear a man.
Every time.
Every time I hear a man that refers to himself as an alpha male, I cringe.
I do too, and
I cringe so hard.
The cringe, like you can see the cringe. It's like, please, no. No, princess, you don't even know. Misa, no.
It's like if you are an adult male beyond the age of like 18 referring to yourself as an alpha male, I'm going to be quietly judging you.
Get help.
And I will probably verbally judge you.
I would
if you start saying dumb shit out your face, because there's nothing good that comes out of anybody that thinks that they're like that.
Yes.
Or actually like fully believes in that mentality.
Yes, and I'm like, these people exist. Why do these people exist?
It's like, oh, you're a beta. I'm like, actually no, I'm actually an omega, and you will address me as such. It's like, you can't just make up shit. You just did.
Omega is actually.
Making up the fact that they're an alpha or. Yeah.
Yes, I'm actually a delta.
Right.
And you'll refer to me in my proper place and gamma, and they're real.
The funny thing too is that if you refer to delta, you could throw in a joke in there, because if you refer to yourself as delta, you can say know the difference, because the mathematical term using delta is a difference.
But it would go over them. They're too stupid.
I know. Be a joke for smarter people.
Oh, okay. So for the fall themed, and I'm so sorry, I did not. You don't have to take it out. I'm just going to explain it.
It's like right here at the. Oh.
Okay. No, that was. That's the chili. So I absolutely love this this recipe I saw not too long ago. My brother had made it. Basically, you put pumpkin. And you can put sweet potato in there as well. But it rounds out your flavor. It gives you some extra. It makes it go a little bit further. You don't really taste the pumpkin in there, but it gives it a really smooth texture. I really love it.
Yep, she wants her fall and winter.
Yeah, and
and spring.
Summer, winter, autumn, and spring.
Fall.
Furthermore, it's a song.
We call it fall because leaf fall down.
Leaf fall down. Leaf fall down, not the autumnal equinox.
Nope,
okay.
Leaf fall down.
Sorry. So anyway, but you can also put sweet potato. I've been putting chili all week. Last week I put my chili over sweet potato.
Thick.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Thick.
You thick.
I am not.
No,
thick.
You're not.
I am anything but thick. I am a noodle.
Nude.
So
I'll show you. So this is so good.
I'm a noodle that is taken on water.
I'm taking on water. Okay.
So those noodles that stuck around the water a little bit too long, they expanded just a little bit. Get that to me.
Just a little bit.
That's me. Did you get any wins in Warzone?
Yeah. Did you get the dubs? Maybe even the dubstep.
Nobody listens to dubstep anymore, Allison. It's not cool.
I wouldn't know. I'm not in the current meta.
People still listen to EDM though. You
So,
don't
yeah.
even know what EDM is.
I know, I don't care.
Why
Isn't
not?
it electronic dance music?
Good
Allison!
job!
Ah, you so good! How you do that? Oh my god, my wife, you guys.
I'm proud of
She's
you.
so smart, and I love her.
Yeah, if
Oh
only
my
you
god.
actually thought about yourself like that on a consistent
Hey,
basis.
you're the one who doubted me, Daddy McGee. You assumed I didn't know what this shit
Because
that was.
I've made plenty of pop culture references that flew
And I
completely over
finally
your pretty
stuck
little
to
head.
the wall. Oh, my pretty little head. You want to run that bitch by me again?
Pretty little head.
You know what?
Are you saying you have a big head?
You know what? Fuck you. You shouldn't even be referring to that in the first place.
Well, do you want to have a pretty big head?
Pretty big brain.
Do you want to?
Shut up, you. Look, stop. No.
It doesn't sound the same either. Hey, you have a pretty average size head.
Fuck you.
I thought women like to be considered dainty.
Am I look
Small.
dainty to you?
A little bit. I could break you.
Ooh. Right, sorry. We should try these things at home, kids.
Oh, terrible.
I blame Devontae.
Come for the cooking. Stay for the mass amounts of innuendos
Sexual.
and rants.
Okay, so I had done sweet potatoes, like I had baked them in the microwave.
Mash baked.
Yeah, whatever. So they're soft. You give them another 30 seconds.
Are they soft?
Like you.
So those are flaccid potatoes?
You're a placid potato.
At least it's bigger than the thumb.
Oh God. It wasn't even as big as a thumb.
I said at least it's bigger than.
Oh gracious. I would feel lied to. I'd be like, can I get a refund?
I ordered a 6-ounce steak and I didn't even get 2.
Didn't even get half an ounce. I'd be like, where's the steak? Okay.
Where's
So-
the rest of it?
And I'd be like, where's the rest of it? Alright, so what we're referring to right now, there's a story where this person has a micro penis that literally less than a thumb. Yay!
I mean, we all have off days.
Here, can you?
What?
Can you put that back in the fridge?
Absolutely.
Good. I actually.
Congrats on your wins.
Yeah, congrats. It's not an off day if you're winning.
I mean, if you're not winning as
Well, yeah.
frequently as you were expecting.
Yeah.
When I used to play fighting games, I had off days. It's like, yeah, I'm not demolishing these nerds as well as I used to.
It worked.
Because you can't find your rhythm.
Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhythm. Get on up. It's bobsled time.
I remember my off days in Halo 2.
Okay,
I was so
hold on.
sad.
This is important.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Okay, this is the reason why I love fall chili.
That's a spoon.
It's a spoon. Shut up.
That's a bowl. That's another spoon. And a trivet.
I hate you.
Trivet.
I hate you.
Trivet.
Okay, so you put your sweet potato in the chili, and this just helps it go a lot farther. But look, in a minute when it gets all mashed up and integrated together, shut up. It's really good, okay? You don't understand. It's super yum yum. And then the pumpkin and the sweet potato, it makes it all fall like. And if you wanted to,
orange
you
as
could
fuck.
put cinnamon in there. But I don't put cinnamon in there.
It's orange as hell.
Your face is orange. Look. It's not Trump though, so. But most guys want it to be.
Always with the bets. Y'all some
Did they
bets.
make you do more beatboxing?
Ha.
Beatboxing. Everywhere I go, I'm beatboxing. What is that from?
Mm-hmm.
I know so many references, it's hard to keep them track. Okay. So, see, when we put it all together and it's super yummy.
I need to shave.
You do. I was looking at that this morning.
Like, I'm looking scruffy as hell.
Scruffy McGee.
I don't want to have to shave anymore. I'll get my hair laser removed.
You're the one who wanted a bird.
Yeah, but not on my cheeks. And it's weird too because some of my pores apparently produce hairs, and they go almost all the way up to my fucking eyeballs. Like, I found hairs randomly growing, like, up here.
Ew.
Yeah. Ew.
Oh my god, this
And
is
I'm
so
like-
delicious. Hold on.
Oh. Yeah.
Más importante.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
My thing's more important.
No. So look, so like the sweet potato just blends in, and so you got that like delicious contrast of like the sweet, like the sweeter with like the chilies. God, it's so good. You don't understand.
That sounds like an experience.
Oh Jesus! And known at the same. How do you? And I did it, and they actually liked it. Wow.
And they liked it.
Is that the one that flirted with you incidentally? Because now I gotta know.
They only want me for beatboxing and moaning.
They're coming on to me.
Oh, Lord.
I don't understand why they like me. I fill their requests. This is so good.
Sounds like you need to stop getting yourself into bets that you don't like.
Yep. How does that even come about? Like, I bet you. I'll be like,
Oh,
"Bitch, here, try my sweet potato concoction.
Aha.
Isn't it delicious?
It's very good.
I know. So yes, sweet potato for the win.
Sweet potato. It's actually yam. I'm actually not quite sure what the difference between a yam and sweet potato is. And I think I
think
looked
it's
it
a-
up at one point, and I can't remember what the difference is. Because there is a distinction, I thought.
What's the difference between yam and sweet potato?
According to Food and Wine magazine, they can grow up to 45 feet long and are eaten in parts of Latin America.
45 feet
What?
long? What the fuck?
Sweet potatoes are a New World root vegetable, have a softer, reddish skin, a creamier interior, and often a darker interior.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
look,
okay.
yams look almost like ginger.
Okay.
Holy shit, 45
45
feet
feet?
long? Oh
That's
my
how you
God.
feed a village.
That is how you feed a village. It's how you eat for years.
45. I want to know who the hell is growing 45 foot long yams.
I want to see a picture of a 45 foot long yam.
I say up to. So that means there might have been some that grew past that. Kind of want to figure out what's the world's longest yam.
Holy fucking shit.
Wait, that's what?
Yeah, these are just like some of them. Look.
Damn.
Oh my God.
Big.
Big uns. That's some
That's-
big
that's-
dick energy.
That's how you, like, if the world were to end, grow those.
Oh God, look. Oh gosh. You gotta come look at this.
How long does it? I wonder how long it takes. Nah. See,
Okay.
This is the issue with the internet, because you get curious about things and you can
And
just
then
keep
you
searching.
get.
Jesus.
His balls.
Nice.
Look at this one. Alright, so we're going to show you, in case you want to see what we're looking at. These are yams. Here's another couple pictures to show how massive they are.
Yams. World's biggest yam. Okay. This person is on the mission to grow the world's biggest elephant foot yam. And it is currently 278 centimeters tall, and its girth at the root is 68 centimeters.
His girth.
So what does 278 centimeters, 278 centimeters translate to?
I don't know, I'm not a math expert.
I
You're a
know you're not.
mathematician.
We also grew up on, like,
The metric.
not the metric.
Or the opposite. Yeah, Americans, like, it kind of sucks that we put ourselves on, like, a different unit of measurement than everybody fucking else in the world because we had to be different.
Yep, yam plants can grow up to 15 meters or 49 feet in length, and 7.6 to 15.2 to 3 to 6 inches high, and the tuber may grow in soil up to 4 feet deep.
I was thinking the same thing. Don't worry, Flippy. I was like, damn.
You can't help it.
I told you, it's the big dick energy.
Big yam energy.
Big yam energy. Gotta shove it in. That's when you do not want to go in your butthole.
Yeah, that's how you die.
That is how you die. Oh, gracious.
Though some brave soul would probably bravely risk their life just to try.
Oh, God.
Male or female.
We need this.
I was curious. You almost died. It was worth it.
Was it, though?
No. The medical stories of all sorts of things that people have stuck in their
Oh,
bodies.
God, no. We can't do medical stories. Every time we do, like, I just think of this one where roaches came out of the scab of a woman. Oh, God. I can't. I would throw it, like, instantly. Instantly. No.
I mean, you said that. I wasn't.
Oh, I know. But that one, it just freaks me the fuck out. Like, I can only imagine. Like, I would quit. If I was a nurse, I would quit. That day would be my last.
You see that
I'm
shit?
like, no.
Absolutely not. I'm out.
I'd run away, clock out, and be like, that was my last day.
Sorry, guys. Thanks for the education.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks, but no thanks. Why can't we get nurses to stay in the field? I don't
get paid enough for
understand.
this shit.
Maybe like now. I couldn't even. I could not. And then like just seeing like the stupidity that walks through the ER, I'd be like,
There's actually a doctor who kind of talked about his typical day. And he was like, you guys don't understand like how close to losing our sanity a lot of us are. It's like so many of us are like just on a razor thin edge.
but the great thing, the great stories come from like my mom who puts people to sleep, an anesthesiologist. Some of them have like recorded people, like what people say under anesthesia, like when they talk in their sleep. And some of the things that come out are just the most hilarious things.
People coming off of anesthesia after like getting dental work done. Same kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh man, high as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling good.
I was not feeling good after mine. Like I was.
Apparently
Sick
I
of
got
these.
mean. After like when I was coming off of my my anesthesia after my surgery. Apparently I was very mean. I only have like little bits and pieces of memory because they also had me on like Oxycontin. Which I should not have been on, plus morphine. Because it is terrible for people with asthma.
Ooh.
So, no one was surprised when I ended up with freaking pneumonia in one lung. Or both lungs. But anyway. So.
How to kill your patient slowly. But God, like, I was just asleep and I was like, I hated that. Like, I felt like I couldn't wake up and like, I kept feeling like I was gonna like getting dragged back down.
I had a catheter in. And I had to get used to the feeling of that being in me because it felt like consistently that I was peeing, but I wasn't. But it felt like I was. And I kept checking myself, like, make sure it wasn't wet.
Yes!
Because it just kept going, and I was like, bring me my tater tots.
Bring me my tater tots!
That was the best thing I had, like, during my stay, because I was in the hospital for like I was supposed to have been there.
Bring up the
normally-
nurse. Nurse, bring me my tater tots.
I was only supposed to be in there for 3 days. Like it was 3 days in there, and then like a couple of days. In the
Is this the
Ronald
month-long
McDonald.
stay?
No, this is the first part of that. But no, the time that I was in the hospital for a month, that was when I had pneumonia. This is when I had my surgery done. But I was only supposed to be in there for 3 days, but it ended up being 5 days because I got pneumonia, and they had to deal with that. And I was pissed. And I got very mean, apparently, at one point. And they were giving me... I remember one of the memories I have during that time, I only have like a handful, because I was in and out of consciousness that entire time. But there was one point where I remember I was in a lot of pain. Like, it was a very painful surgery. And I was on... they were giving my pain pills and everything, and had me hooked up to a morphine drip. And I was still feeling a lot of pain. And so, like, one of the times when the nurse came up to give me my stuff, I was like, "Are you sure these are pain meds? Are you sure these aren't placebos? Because I'm not feeling anything." She's like, "No, you can't say that." It's like, "Don't say that." And
But
I'm like, "Well, it's not working." It's like, I'm still in a lot of pain. It's like, I'm going to sleep to avoid the pain.
mm-hmm. Be like, whatever this shit is, it ain't doing it.
Right. But yeah, I told the nurse, I was like, "Y'all give me a placebo, because this ain't doing shit."
You're not supposed to call us out on our bullshit.
I did. That was one of the few memories I have during that time. Or the other time was getting my tater tots. It was like, and one of those times was apparently very mean, because apparently my mom wanted some. And I told her, "No, get your own."
I don't blame you.
But apparently I had said some other bean shit to like just random people that came to visit. But I don't remember that.
I could be they may have exaggerated it.
Well, I do remember very rudely telling my mom about my tater tots. So I don't think it's a stretch of the imagination that I could have been mean to people. Especially if it was like I was being rude to the nurse.
This is like the perfect. This is like the perfect dinner for. My allergies have been acting up all day. We went from snow on Saturday, so freezing temperatures, to 80s, to 60s, to 80s.
The 90s down?
Whatever, I don't even know what today was, but oh my god. No, and then back to freezing.
It went
was
to
like
52 today, 53.
Yeah, but it was freezing overnight.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that because when I went to sleep because I was putting an application in, it's like 29 degrees. So my sinuses and like everything is just like stopped up here. So chili, I just love it because it just drains your sinuses. It's just like,
Does it?
get out.
You want me to get out? I just got here.
Sorry, I'm blowing my nose.
Gross. Over the food.
No.
Oh
Wait.
my god.
Oh wait, what food?
That's
There's
unsanitary.
no food over here.
Unsanitary.
You know what? Your face is unsanitary.
Probably is. I need to wash it.
Yeah, mine too.
I need a shower.
Here.
Stop! I'm not-
Stop. Done. Not.
Mama, do you hear her? Yeah. She's being mean. Yeah, she is. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, one of my favorite things,
Yeah.
but I love communities that are built around some of my favorite app games because then we can all bitch together about the shit that's wrong with the game.
Start a freaking YouTube channel about it.
I really should.
Like, alright, here's the bullshit of today.
Have some bullshit. But yeah.
This path, bullshit. Start off, bullshit. End it, bullshit. Middle,
No. It's
keep
more
moving.
like, for this game, it's the pool. So, like, it relies heavily on, like, UR cards and SSR cards to get you through the plot. Like, you have to level them up,
RNG.
right? And RNG. But, out of all, so there's 7, alright, there's the 7 brothers, Demon Lord, Barbados, Solomon, Simon and Luke. So 12 different characters of cards, right? 12 characters, and I keep getting the same goddamn 2, but when you're fighting in a team, you can't have more one of the same character. They didn't tell you that when you started the goddamn game. So, like, naturally, I'm like, oh, look, it's a UR card, I'm gonna level this up. So I'm spending all the money, like all the in-app game money and items to level the shit up, and then it's like, oh, you can't use more than one of the same character. And I'm like, well, fuck you too. But when you keep getting the same goddamn 2 characters over and over and over again, and then you get that 3rd character, and then they just keep giving you his cards, and I'm just like, oh my god, you're killing me, Smalls. I have a complaint. A complaint against the king.
Which king?
All of them. Lord Diablo. Actually, I love him, but tired. I need other people's cards, Diablo. How long's this stream gonna be? When are you gonna be done talking and ranting? I'm scared, Allison.
I'm scared.
I don't know. I'm just chatting. Why? Do you need me to stay longer? Do you need to hear us be upset longer? I must listen to these crazy people all night long. Actually, so what I've been doing, like, this week, and next week, I'm going to try and, like, play with the times a little bit. I'm still going to do Monday and Saturday, but I've been finding most people haven't been online. Like, we were online for an hour before you came in, because you came in, what, around 8-ish? Wait, hold on, what is that? That's... Sorry.
How did you?
8, okay, yeah. So you came in at 8:02, so I think I'm gonna, like, try and make my streams, like, 8, because, like, I was doing 7:30, like, it was 6:30 p.m. Eastern, but then I changed that for this week, and I started at 7, like, before, just a little before 7:30, so I was already almost done making, or I was pretty much done making the food when you came in, and then, like, you listened to our rants, which I appreciate you, by the way. But yeah, so it's just, so I'm thinking like 8 o'clock is when I'm gonna have to, when I'm gonna end up streaming, because nobody likes me before 8 p.m. No, I'm just joking.
I knew it.
So yeah, I don't know, just whenever I'm done ranting. Although, I did finish my meal prep, technically. That was the meal prep. Chile. Yeah, we haven't gone to the store yet, so I didn't have, like, and technically I probably could, like, put other stuff together, like I have cauliflower that I could chop up and roast, but I'm lazy.
Why
And
are
I was
you
really
lazy?
into my rant. So, how long should my stream be? That's a good question. To stream or not to stream is the question. But yeah. I feel bad because, like, and it's like, I don't want to, like, thankfully right now I'm in between jobs, so I have, like, the freedom to, like, be up longer, but when I do, like, I've applied for some jobs, so, like, or a job, so, like, when I start working again, it'll probably, like, I probably won't be able to do later, like, late, but for right now, like, while I'm in between stuff, and it's only 9 o'clock, and I'm a night owl, as we talked about yesterday, or we talked about on Saturday, Flippy, that we're night owls. So, I mean, I'm here to rant for however long one can rant for.
I can rant forever.
I know. And we have so much rant. Like, so much. So much rant. I'm actually just about to like look into one of these games too. Is there a way for me to plug up the game so people can see what I'm looking at? So I
What?
can like show people how I'm pissed? Like what I'm pissed about?
I gotta figure it out. I think there's a way.
There is a way, like, because I've seen people like record it and like put it on YouTube, but I don't know how to do it. But I don't know how you stream it, like on your phone. Because like I want to show you like why I'm pissed, but like without having to like keep like showing you my awkward ass phone and be like, here, look at this, guys, look at this. Like I wanted to appear up here. Or like, you know, instead of the side camera here. So you have to point in the opposite direction. Isn't that funny? Look, Devontae, I'm pointing in the opposite direction, but it still shows. Okay. Feel like the Wizard of Oz. Alright, let's see. So, it would be nice. That's what I'm saying. Here, I'm just going to illustrate how ridiculous. How ridiculous. Hold on. Give me a second. Guys. Because I've been meaning to do this too so that I can continue to rant to my fave, to the Reddit group, to the subreddit group. But hold on, let me go to my cards here. And on top of that, so in this game, you have two sets of cards. You have the memory cards and the demon cards, and you need both to battle. And like, I get shit pools for both. So, okay. So for just like the main part, like for the main section, which is the demon cards. Here. My UR card list. Because basically I don't know if you ever play anything with these kind of cards, but basically, I'm going to do something real quick for you. Flippy's like, I don't know what you're talking about. You know,
I don't know what you're talking about.
what do you do? What are we doing? Okay, so here's the cards. Right, so like, they're the ones that you have to level up to fight with and shit. And the SSR cards are useless. I mean, they're a little, like, there's different categories of cards. UR being ultra rare, but in the strongest, and those are the ones that you need. So, forever, like, in a row, and this is the ones where you can't have multiple people. So they divide it into color so that, like, you know, for the battle you need, like, let's say orange and blue. You can't have any one of the same person in that category. So like I can only have one demon lord, like one Lucifer, one Satan, like, you know, you can't have like 3 Lucifers or 3. So here's my problem. Let me go through this list. All right, Diablo. And I know other games work like this too, because I've heard people rant about it as well. And I'm like, I feel that on an emotional level. Yes, Mom. Okay. I'm just going through the list and marking down each of the characters and how many of each of their cards I have. You're the only streamers in food and drink that I watch. Aw, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You're so sweet. I know, it's like, I feel bad. Am I taking up the time of your other streamers? But, yeah, I really appreciate you coming to watch me. Like, food and drink, it happened, and now I'm on a rant about another game. But I do like I have in the past like very seldomly stream games because I like to stay in the food and drink category.
You might be able to natively do it, maybe, possibly. I don't know.
Well, it's fine like this. I just
Nope, I'm gonna give it a try. As otherwise, I'm gonna forget about it and then not try it. All right, give me your phone.
Oh, Black Man's trying to steal my phone?
Give me your gosh darn phone, lady.
Fine, be that way. You can have it. Gosh. Why don't you just take it? Oh, it needs a charger first.
I'm gonna try an experiment first.
Okay. Ew, that's gross, Dava.
Only a lot.
Excuse me.
Absolutely not.
I'm gonna tickle you.
Don't do that.
What was that? Did you say excuse me?
Okay, there's airplane mode. Where?
Oh, you know what? I could probably pull up Streamlabs. There's a way to do it through there.
If you stream,
But then again,
it
it's
would
gonna-
take away all of this.
Then please don't experiment with it then.
I'm doing
No,
something.
look, we'll play with it later.
Nope, stop it.
Yeah.
Nope.
Hey, you.
You're not even using it.
Hey, yeah, I'm literally using it so I can count my stuff, my things. That would look cool. Look at this. Look what I have to put up with. A husband. That's gross, Devil. You're just like nothing but burpy and gassy.
Ow! That's stabby.
You're stabby. You're gassy. It's
Stop
even
it. You
worse.
gave me beans,
You
woman.
gave me. It is not processed events. That was probably the cheese from the pizza, and you know it. And plus that I didn't give it to you. You took it. Okay, because I made you a bowl too, but still. Look at this guy. Look at this character. Ungrateful. Damn it, woman, you made me food, and now I got the bottle of functions to prove it, and what more you want from me, woman? What more you want from me, woman?
What are you doing?
I'm bothering you because you took my phone.
I'm trying to help you.
Ah. Ah.
Oh my gosh. Can you be less whiny?
No, I cannot. Can you be less
Stop it.
gassy? No,
No,
you can't.
you
So there you go. So here we are again. I asked you.
Gay.
Are you saying you're gay?
Clearly I'm gay.
I still have my Oreo cookies from the other day. I'm still kind of sad, like how they turned out. I'm
Why?
going to because they're not perfection.
Jesus Christ.
Superstar.
You and your pursuit of perfection.
It's not perfect. Like I have a certain quality standard when I do my food, and it does not meet Allison's standard of quality. Like, okay, some of them are really delicious, but some of them aren't, and it's just like,
I'm gonna try something real quick.
no. Okay. If we randomly go away, just know it's Devontae's fault.
Yep. It's me. My
Amadio.
fault.
Okay, it's not any worse than the other day when my stream just decided to cut out. Fucking free mob.
No, that is not what I wanted to do.
I feel like you're gonna mess us up.
Quiet you.
Is it like a Bluetooth?
Your PC or mobile devices support Miracast, so it can't project wirelessly. Ah. It said wirelessly. It didn't say anything about wire connection. Hold on. Hold this.
Oh, I got my phone back. Flippy, you should feel sorry for me. I'm just joking. pretty awesome so that I can actually show you my rants. I don't have a USB.
USB.
This is not USB, babe. This is USB.
No. No. USB-B and USB-C. This is a USB-C port. Well, hold on. Other side. This is a USB-C port.
Fine, get out. Well, go get the USB-C and let's...
No, I'm trying to fix...
I'm big on trial and error.
You.
Me?
You.
What about me?
You.
That reminds me in Stardust, there's a really good movie. You should totally watch it. It's like, you stupid cow. You thought of your home, and I thought of my home, and now we're halfway in between. Oh my god, I love that movie so much.
Alright, that's not gonna be a thing.
Okay, back to my rant.
I'm gonna use the back foot. I'll be back whenever.
Thanks for announcing. Okay, Beal. Lucifer. Sorry, I'm almost done. I'm just trying to calculate this out because it's gonna bother me. Okay. Solomon. Asmo, that's 5 for him. Mammon. Okay. And then there's, oh my god, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 colors and 12 characters, like I said. I have 11 of the characters, and like I said, a lot of these guys, like, they fall into the same color category. Like Solomon, like, I have like all pink for him, and like I have like a variety, like I have more pink than I do like red. Okay, so it gets to be a problem, right? So sorry, these are just names of the characters, but I have five cards for Asmo. I have 3 of like 1, 2, 3, 4 of the characters, and there's 12 characters. So 4 of the characters, 4 of the characters I have 3 of. So you can see where my math is going with this. Like, I don't have, a lot of them repeat. Like, they're in the same colors, or I just have like so many of the same person. I'm still like, don't have any of another character, and I have 1 single red out of the 7 colors, and out of 3, 6, Alright, so out of 25 total cards, I have one single red. I have a ridiculous amount of pink, like 25. So one red. And I gotta count this because this is ridiculous, and you'll see. Like, it'll be like, how are you supposed to game like that? I have one oh, I just now got another purple, but it's of the same character, so I can't use it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pink. 7 pink. That's ridiculous. How am I supposed to game like that? Look at this. Also, okay, that cookie was okay. Some of them turned out well. That's good. 7. And then orange I have a ridiculous amount of. And green. Orange I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 orange. It's just crazy. Like the proportions here don't work. Like they just don't work. So it's hard to game. How can I live like this? How can I live like this? Green I have an exceptional amount of. And blue, 1, 2, 3, 4 green. Blue I have 1. And then I have like 2 purple now. Woo! 2 out of like 1,000. And one of the characters I can't even use because I have like 40,000 of the same damn character. But for blue I have 1. 2. I have 2 blue. Woo! And then I have purple 1, 2 purple. What's the other color I'm missing? I'm missing a color. Yellow. Did I do yellow? No. Okay. Yellow. I have a ridiculous amount of yellows. Okay. But no, I really appreciate you watching me, Flippy, especially because I feel like all I do is rant, so. But I do talk about, you know, cooking and shit too, so there's that. 1, 2, 3. Yep, and 3 yellow. And they overlap in a lot of ways. So it really sucks when you try to game and like the proportion, like, so I've been stuck on like level 30 and, or like on the game part of like level 30s, and they're already into like, and there's a whole story that goes with it. So like I'm stuck in the 30s and we're already in the 60s and 70s. And I'm just like, are we kidding? Like, and they just now made it a little easier to do battle, but you know, I don't feel like it's easier. In some ways it kind of is, like, but in a lot of ways it's not. And it pisses me off because it's like, I just want to play and enjoy the story. I don't want to get bogged down in all this other nonsense. But yeah. See, this is why I need Devontae to like curb in my random thoughts. Davo!
What?
Get your ass, don't you what me, son? Get up. Ooh. Never mind, we're gonna leave Devontae alone. See, look, you just had to know her business. That's what you get. This is the real truth of live streams. He's gonna come in pissed. Watch, bet me anything. Oh look, I'll bet you. But I would lose, so I'm not gonna bet you. But I really don't have anything to bet with. I bet you I can make some stuff and some things, and that's what I did, so yeah.
Could be something bad.
Could be.
What do you want?
Who knows? Well, what I was gonna say is I bet you. I'm like, he's gonna come in all mad. And I was like, and I said, I bet. And I'm like, wait, I don't have anything to bet with. Unlike our beatboxer.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, but then I was like, well, then I can bet that I can make stuff and things. And look, I did, because there's cookies there, and then chili.
You're not the
Chile.
gambling type.
I'm really not.
Except when it comes to that game.
What game? What are you talking about?
You know, the gotchas are gambling games.
What is?
The gotchas.
Gotcha what?
The game that you're complaining about, the cards,
Yeah.
that is literally a form of gambling. It's a lottery.
It's an RNG.
Yes, it's a lottery.
You're a lottery.
That's actually why they're banned in some countries, because they don't want people gambling like that. Eats your money too.
You know, for this one, I actually have only spent money on this one once.
Well, there are others.
Yeah, no, I'm sure there are. I personally don't do it, but yeah. This one is just like, I just want to get to the rest of the story. You don't understand. Look, I did the math.
Good.
No, not good. Like, it confirms my suspicions. Out of 12 characters, I have 11 of them. I have 5 of one person, and again, you can't use multiple people in the same one. But if you have 5 of one character, 3, and then in 4 instances, I have 3 cards. And then I'm still like, I still don't have any of Luke. It's frustrating. I demand recompense. I'm gonna have some tea. Would you like a cup?
See?
Well, that's too damn big. Yeah, I know you probably don't. Davo doesn't like hot beverages. He is not a hot beverage. Devontae is a cold beverage. Actually, do I want tea? Davo, do I want tea?
Do you?
To tea or not to tea? That is the question. Actually, I already have caffeine in this. Well, technically my tea is decaf anyway, but we shall see. But anyway, now you know my rants. You know, I love how you like were talking about setting me up, but you still never brought me a charger.
Oh.
Yeah, way to go. Way to just
Do
be
you
like
need a
that.
charger?
Yes, please. So what are you up to tonight, Flippy? Are we playing Call of Duty or
No.
what are we doing?
No, Call of the Booty.
Or Warzone?
Same thing.
It may not be.
Yeah. Call of Duty. If somebody's playing Call of Duty in this day and age, it's more than likely Warzone.
Oh, like, are they the same franchise?
Call of Duty Warzone.
Yeah,
That's the
okay.
name of it.
Yeah, okay.
Also, you're about to unplug your laptop.
Well, I'm at full battery.
Okay.
I'll keep an eye on it. I just need this for a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like it? Actually, I do kind of like them. They're pretty good. The ones that didn't come out first.
No.
Ew. Wait, come back and rant with me. People like when we rant together.
What are we ranting about?
What do you want to rant about?
Everything.
Flippity, what would you like to hear us rant about now? That's right.
If it exists, I have an opinion about it, probably.
I have a structured settlement.
If it doesn't exist and I don't have an opinion about it,
I'll get one.
I'll get one.
I ain't got no. I ain't got no satisfaction.
But I'm also an adult enough to say when
I
I
don't know
have enough
something.
information to form an opinion about
Namaste.
it. Which is something a lot of other fucking adults need to say.
Oh yeah, here, come write about that.
Oh.
Carry your trash over here. Come write about that.
Mm.
So we have a rant. We came up with one. This is his rant, and he talks about it all the time.
I don't talk about it all the time.
Yeah, often, frequently. I like it when people don't know that it's the same thing. I find it funny.
Ha.
And I'd be like,
Because she's not a gamer.
aw, you find it fun. Hey, I don't know how to take that. I didn't have you like that. I think I should whack you. Hey, come on. Like, I kind of inferred that it was, like, of the same.
It's a weird thing that happens though, or at least with that franchise, because you used to just be able to say, "Oh yeah, I play Call of Duty," and it usually referred to whatever
One.
the latest one was. Like, oh, when Modern Warfare 2 was popular, it was when somebody said I play Call of Duty, it's like, oh, so you're playing Modern Warfare 2. And then Black Ops got introduced, and then all the other
Warzone.
iterations started to get introduced.
Black
And
Hawk
so,
Down.
so then they started getting addressed by whatever they were. It's like, oh, what do you play? I play Black Ops, even though it was Call of Duty, but they just called it by the secondary title.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's like when somebody says, oh, what do you play?
But I wasn't wrong. You said I was wrong, but I wasn't.
I didn't say you were wrong.
I totally did. Is that a spitter?
Where? Yeah, it's a tiny one.
It's a spitter.
Yeah. But this one, they do both, which is why it's probably confusing to some people. They're like, oh yeah, I play Warzone. It's like, okay, I know what that is. And then you hear somebody say, oh yeah, I play Call of Duty. It's like, which?
Like,
Because
yes.
there's potentially 3 out at the same time.
You know what?
So you want me to rant about people not having properly formed opinions,
Yes, and just saying like,
parroting shit?
yep. Oh God, in my family. Oh my God, my family.
Yeah.
My family.
Remember, Allison, your brother watches you occasionally.
He's not on right now.
That you can see.
Let's maybe it'll learn him a thing.
Maybe.
God.
Well, so there's this thing, there's this phenomenon that happens. It keeps happening. It's been happening. It's
it happens
probably
up there too. I'm sure.
yeah.
It happens
I'm sure.
everywhere.
I'm sure. But the whole thing is that
We must parrot and not form our own opinions.
so many people.
So many people.
So many
So
people.
many people.
They
So many.
hear one thing about a thing from somebody that they trust,
And they're a fucking expert.
and they think they're an expert, and they've got an opinion on it, and they share it, and they share it like it's a fact.
And then when it's like proven wrong, they double down. And it's like, no, I can't be wrong. I'm an expert because I heard it from or Fox News or this X place can't be wrong. They would have done their research. No, they're entertainers, you dumb shit for brains. They did not do research.
But yeah, it trickles into like virtually everything, and a lot of
They
stems
almost
from
got in
people.
trouble for that too.
Who?
Oh, Fox. Remember
No,
the
they've been gotten
lawsuit?
in trouble.
Yeah.
No, they've gotten in trouble
But
they've
they
been
have
in
enough
trouble
money to
multiple
make it
times.
go away.
Yes, they have. They've
Sorry.
gotten in trouble multiple times. OAN, the Fox News alternative, because apparently Fox wasn't radical enough for them, so they had
Oh
to find
God.
another platform. Yeah,
Oh,
there's 2 of
God,
them.
that's scary.
It's called Newsmax, and the other one is One American
Okay.
Network.
Anyway, back to the topic.
So the issue is that a lot of times, especially for topical issues,
You're topical.
because there's so many given things going on any given time in the world, shit's going down. Like, shit's happening constantly, right? And what happens is people, they will hear one thing from somebody, either on the news, the radio, or their friend or coworker, and they'll just fucking run with it. They don't ask follow-up questions. They don't even give like a second thought to the opinion.
And if
like
they
don't
did-
even look into what it is that they're actually saying.
And if they did, Google's algorithm would put their like-minded stuff, so it wouldn't even it would give them the false sites before it gave them the truth.
But it's
No, I'm just kidding.
there's actually a name that's given to this effect sometimes, like what ends up happening. It to define it, it is when a person claims expertise more so than what they actually know about a subject matter, and it
Okay.
happens. And it
Hold on.
happens all
I got
the
the
time. in
perfect
politics.
example.
It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect.
I have the perfect example of this. My aunt. God, my aunt. She was like, I took one sociology class. Sociology class in high school. So I know what, so there's Marxism, there's different ideologies. Marxism, communism, etc. What's the one that's all together? I can't think of it. But so there's a lot of different types of systems. But one sociology class 20, 30 years ago made her an expert on this particular, on this, and that's what she cited. And I'm like, sociology.
One time.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and define this.
There could have been a small segment on it back then, but I guarantee you it was not
20,
anything
30
in
years
depth.
later, I can promise you she'd have A, forgotten it, B, oh God. Alright, so hold on. The study of the development, structure, and functioning of human society. That would have been one tiny little facet. If anything, one small little facet. And then, and the study of social problems. So yes, okay, maybe it was probably the facet, but if you're talking about the whole human culture,
She took one semester.
yeah, one class,
Not
20, 30 years ago.
Not enough to be able
Not
to.
enough. And she thought she was an expert on this. And I'm like, define Marxism, and you can't do it.
And
And
to
it's
be fair, defining those things, it is not easy.
Yes, and then especially because, like we said before, people, the humans in the power put their own spin on it. And there's definitely always, two layers. We're a capitalist democracy.
More than 2 layers.
That's
just
infinite.
if you want to break it down to kind of basic stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2. We go beyond that. Nah, it's a little bit
But
more
still,
complicated.
and so then they just paint China or all these news sites just paint them oh, they're just communist. No, it actually goes further than that. They're capitalistic, and communism, their people are trying to fight for true communism. It's not communist. I can promise you that. They're nowhere near it.
It's got communist trappings.
Yeah, it has.
Hint of communism. Cause
Oh yeah, we're totally equal. And I've talked about this before, but it's when you break it down, the ideologies aren't bad in them of themselves if they were treated fairly, or supposed to be how they were. Communism, everybody across the board gets everything. There's no
even that's a bad characterization of it.
Yeah, it really is. It is oversimplification, way oversimplification. In Star Trek.
Star Trek.
What is it? What are they?
What?
What's the type of system?
Star Trek is essentially a communist utopia.
Yeah.
Because it was written by a well-known
Utopian,
and well-vocal communist.
Yeah.
The dude, he was sick of capitalism and,
Yes.
its ills. So when he was writing and creating Star Trek, it was I'm trying to imagine a world where capitalism doesn't have any sway. And what does that look like? Or what does a society look like where capitalism no longer has a sway?
Yes. And it's just
And it went over people's heads. It still goes over people's heads. There's a lot of social issues that get brought up in art and media that it goes over their heads because they're not looking for it,
they're not thinking about it, or they don't know enough to be able to recognize that that's what's going on.
Right.
And I will say, in this country, in the U.S., as sad as it sounds, there's a lot of truth in the fact that any given survey of the American public, you will see that an overwhelming number of people are actually politically illiterate. Like,
way too many.
like it is a scary amount of people that are actually politically illiterate.
But
And
I
you get-
remember,
and you
like,
get-
I took like a class in high school, but like before my major and everything, like, or it was a mandatory class, about, it was done in the early morning. It was
Was it
like,
civics?
no, it wasn't civics. It was politics. Like, but the person himself who taught it was like, I'm, a staunch Republican. And at the time, it's not how Republican parties are. Like, Trump changed the game for,
No.
even before him, but
You know what? I honestly, yes and no.
either way,
Like that.
there could be a case that was made to, like, it didn't help. He didn't fucking help.
He did not, because it's kind of like one of those things where like the seeds of bad were already there. He just put water on it.
Oh, yeah. He made
Like,
it
those
grow
people-
exponentially.
Yeah,
Like,
those
he
people
put Miracle
were
Grow on it.
Yeah, those people were already well within the Republican Party. It's just that they hadn't gotten the attention that they would have been getting because more reasonable people were doing things. But
And they, like, but then Fox News itself had made a change to become more entertaining and, like, use more
Well,
fear tactics.
they've been like
I
that.
know that, but, like, they made, like, a hard shift to, like
20 years at least.
yes, but now they're worse, baby. Either way, I'm not done with my thing. And way to go. You got me off topic and I forgot. Way to go. Way to go.
You were
Way to
talking
go.
about your class that you took in politics.
Oh, yeah. And, like, so, I mean, and, like, it was American politics, and it's, like, and even then, like, he said that, like, he himself was biased, and, like, but that's important to know, because, like, at least he, like, came out and said it, because a lot of people who teach this, around the country, and, like, that's millions, like, it's, like, this class that is so underrated, and it's just, like, it doesn't teach you how to, and the big things that it lacked, it didn't teach you how to form an opinion. Like, where you should go to learn to form an opinion about an issue, because,
But even then, that could be
But-
fucked.
yeah, because you're not allowed, like, and he, like, there's stuff he wasn't allowed to teach us about. Like, so it's just bad.
As I said,
It wasn't
It-
until I
it
got
is-
into college, like, and, like, actually doing history and minored in anthropology, but, like, having to do, like, a lot of political science courses, like, where they showed you, like, how, like, where to find, like, the best, like, sources of information, and then you still have to, everybody who writes something is biased. Like, it is what it is. Like, there is a certain biasm. So you have to, like, figure out where the biases are before you can glean the information to try and find true accuracy. So, that's my rant about that. What? Why are you laughing at me? Why are you laughing at me?
because you invited me up here, you're like, yeah, go ahead and rant.
No, you can rant. I'm allowed to talk on my stream too.
No, that's not what I was saying.
Ow.
It's just that.
You're the one who's trying to insert my opinion. No, women only belong in the kitchen. You don't get an opinion, and you don't get an opinion, and nobody's getting an opinion here. Just joking. It's not like that.
But to Allison's point, the point is that, like I was saying before, there is a.
Dark Cherry! Oh my god, thank you so much! I appreciate it!
What?
Hi, Cherry. Oh my
Booty
goodness.
raid. It's a big raid.
Booty raid!
We don't even know how many people are actually in this raid because we don't
I
have that
know.
notification.
I don't know why I said it for it. I'm really sad.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Blah, blah, blah.
Well, hello, welcome.
Well, hello and welcome to our ranting about not actually food right now, but, oh, You love this chili. I gotta show you. This is brilliant. This is so
Cool.
good. We'll get back on to topic in a minute, Flippy, but I promise we'll get there. But thank you so much, Jersey Mike.
Yeah, you're not even sure how many people are in this raid.
Sub addict. Oh my god, I love their food too. Jesus.
I mean, you could probably memorize
I
that.
love that all these people have like food names too. I'm like,
Well,
this is great.
she's using Restream, so she's got the Restream chat window pulled up, which doesn't exactly tell you how many people are coming with the raid. Like, you have to go back to Streamlabs. So I think
Black Joe. All right. So,
I got nothing.
yeah, it just says raid. I don't know.
Well,
See?
there's a raid.
It's a raid.
Woo!
Woo!
Hand waving.
Yeah, we're
Wacky
totally
waving-
brother and sister.
Wacky and who's
No.
brother and sister?
We are obviously.
Are we? Jesus Christ!
Do we look like brother and sister, princess? Let's infer here. Or husband and wife.
I prefer.
Kissing siblings.
Okay, that's a joke, but it exists.
I know.
That's really
I shouldn't
sad.
say it. You're right. That's bad. Restreams. This shit platform.
Okay, you're looking at me for guides.
It's like the
Restream.
chat box.
No.
It feels like the chat box.
This is why we don't let you talk about technology.
Yes, this is why we don't need topic.
No,
I know. Okay.
Restream is a utility or tool that allows streamers to essentially, it's a multi-broadcasting tool. So, at present, Allison is currently streaming to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch all at the same time. All the chats from those three platforms are congregated into the Restream chat, which she's able to see. However,
Yeah.
the only drawback to that is that any kind of platform-specific stuff that happens, like if somebody uses channel points or if somebody subs or follows, those notifications don't actually pop up in the chat, so we would have to look elsewhere,
Like on the.
actually look on Streamlabs or actually look into like the direct stream chat for Twitch to see what happens.
Aw, we're a cute couple.
But yeah,
Thank you. I appreciate
there you go.
Dark Terry.
There's your explanation.
Yay. I used to work tech center. Aw, thank you so much, Dark Cherry, for following me, and Jersey Mike, and everybody. Oh my god, I love you guys. Thank you so much.
That's not good.
Oh,
You should probably get that checked out.
oh my god, I hope you're okay. But, oh, man, that's, you worked in a tech center. I could not. Oh my god, I get fired in like a day. I'd be like, what's a phone? How does it work?
Yeah. Technology is not your thing.
Oh my god, I really hope you're okay.
An extreme case of salmonella.
Dude, so my first roommate in college's mom had had salmonella poisoning too. Holy shit. That poor woman, she was in the hospital.
That'll make you lose weight.
Yeah. Yikes.
Not the bad Popeyes.
Oh god.
Oh
Oh my god, I hope you're okay. I hope this doesn't make you sick then. I know, like, if
Yeah,
I...
well, question. Hopping into food streams while,
While sick, are you okay? Like, I hope this doesn't freak you out.
Maybe, like, they're trying to compound their suffering.
But food is so good. I understand. It's like watching Food Network when you want to throw up because you've had too much to eat. But Food Network is like food porn, and food porn's good.
Is it? Is it, though?
It is. Okay, real quick. I want to talk about my fall chili because this is so good,
Have fun.
and you have to try. Wait.
I'm getting my water. Calm down.
Oh God.
Like a sad puppy.
Holy shit. He lost 26 pounds. Oh my God, you poor little thing.
Yep, that was salmonella will do that to you.
Oh God. Ooh.
Hey, listen, what fast weight loss options get salmonella?
Oh God, had too much Olive Garden and explode. Holy shit. God, I really hope this doesn't freak you out. But so the secret to like fall chili is it has pumpkin, like a can of pumpkin, and then cooked separately. I put So it's regular beans, meat,
Beans.
tomato, chili, chili seasonings,
Beans.
all that good stuff. And this is actually turkey. I didn't use ground beef because that shit's expensive right now. It's really expensive. So anyway, and onions, and so you put it over, like you can cook sweet potato in the microwave, and then like you put it, and then like when it gets all soft, and you take it out of its peel, and then you like put it, then you can put it with the, like you put it down first, and then like put your chili in, and like mix it all together, and it's so good. I swear to everything. That's like the secret to fall chili. It has like sweet potato and pumpkin in it, and it's so good. It's fall because it's so warm and delicious. And I know we're not in fall right now, but it's still a good winter because like right now I was talking about how it snowed here in Virginia on Saturday, and we're back to like it was 80s the week before, 30s, 20s when it snowed, back to 60s, 70s, and like the spring pollination, the pollinating. So my allergies haven't been well. His hasn't been well. So we have chili here today to help knock out some of that, to help knock out some of these sinus issues we're having.
I didn't have sinus issues.
Well, your face doesn't have it.
Well, that's explicit.
That's okay. At least we're over 18, so. Well, we should be over 18 here.
Should be.
Should be.
Though, do the children...
Just can't
do the
swing a
children
pound of
care?
ground beef. That's kind of sad. Yeah, unfortunately, Jersey Mike, not everybody be balling like you, bro. Not everybody balling like you.
Excuse me.
But that's okay. Right now, like those kind of things, like meat in America is very expensive because of all the fun stuff that's going on.
Everything was still in the
Everything.
pandemic, actually.
Pandemic.
We got supply chain issues, pandemic.
You don't have to apologize, Dark Cherry. I promise. I don't care. No.
Yeah, no.
Well, hopefully. Oh, and restream. That's why.
Good job.
How come this one's not showing like Shalisa Brown's? Oh, because I blocked them from the restream chat. Oh, okay.
You.
I meant
fucked
to
up.
block them. Yeah, I tried to block them from actual. Alright, so we will block this person. Le block. Yes, goodbye. And then we shall banneth this pig. Oinkity oinkity. Goodbye.
You don't have to
Go down.
narrate what you're doing.
I am,
I said you don't have to.
but I'm going to.
Okay.
Okay. So, now that that's gone, let's see. What did I miss? And
Nothing important.
no es tan importante. Alright. No, come on. Ah. What?
Nothing. Seeing you struggle.
I know. It's so funny, isn't it?
It is.
Alright, let's see.
You didn't miss anything.
Anyway, flippity back to what we were talking about before. And for everybody who's just tuning in, we were on a rant about American politics and how most people aren't functionally literate in it
Yeah.
because it's not really taught in schools, and it's
Well, it's one
it's
because
it's a taboo subject too.
because it's not taught in schools, which is by design, by the way. That is not a subject that, like, civics is taught, so you get to learn kind of how the legislative process works.
Yeah.
Kind of get to learn how laws and how our government works a little bit. But other than how, you know, the more topical stuff happens in politics, that's not really a subject matter. Kids get that the same way they get sex ed in a lot of ways. and that's from their parents, and their parents probably weren't taught a whole lot. So you end up with a situation of generation upon generation upon generation of people that don't know what the hell they're talking about. And they think they know what they're talking about because clearly the people that taught them couldn't have been lying or couldn't have been misguided or misled. And people end up, usually following the party affiliation of whatever their family is or what their parents are.
Yeah.
Not even to just like because they necessarily agree. It's because to go against it would be a problem in a lot of households.
Like in my family, for example, sorry, adding credence to what you say.
What?
Like in my family, it's it's really Republican. It's like super white. Yeah. So
But that's
it's just like, but to go against it, it's like, oh, you must like it's okay. Here's my biggest pet peeve. My biggest fucking pet peeve is like Republicans and Democrats both are like, oh, we want unity. Like we all need to come together and like, we need to we need to have better like be able to talk about this better. Everybody is like a snowflake and nobody wants to like be able to chat about this reasonably. But it's like you're like and I know this for a fact that conservatives, the way they speak about politics is so fucking disrespectful. God damn, so disrespectful. And I'm not saying it's not the same for Democrats. I'm an independent myself. But Jesus Christ. It's like, oh, look, like just this casually my brother mentioned, it's like, oh, look, they're a Democrat. They had to have had a lobotomy. And it's just like, why the fuck are we so disconnected? Gee, I wonder, why can nobody agree on anything? Gee, I fucking wonder,
why can't
princesses.
anyone have a productive conversation about anything?
Yes.
If that's the norm and the standard.
Yes, like, Jesus. Like...
It's like, in order for there to be any kind of productive discourse, there's got to be kind of a mutual
respect
kind of level of respect, but it's not there.
Oh my God.
And just
It's not there at all.
sure, like there is disrespect across both sides about it. Sure, that's a thing. But me personally growing up, I saw it way more frequently coming from one side more so than the other.
Mm-hmm.
Like way more. Like
Oh,
to like an unreasonable degree actually.
Yeah.
And the part of that comes from the fact that so we have a very large Christian population in this country, right? So Christianity and conservatism have a very unhealthy marriage in this country. So if you do have like conservative ideology, more likely than not, you're also a Christian of some kind.
And we're not saying that's a bad thing inherently.
It's not inherently bad.
But separation of church and state, it doesn't exist with them.
Because that mixture has happened to the degree it has, it's created some really awkward situations.
Like abortions and things where minding your own fucking business, like I've said repeatedly in the earlier chat, is like doesn't exist. Like everybody has to be in each other's business, or conservatives have to be in they have to say like, oh no, nobody's allowed. It kills me. Go ahead. Unhealthy marriages.
But anyway, so we've got this issue with political discourse in general, and the other kind of bedfellow to that people don't want to either address or even know how to address is the fact that how persuasion works in these kinds of discussions is severely fucked. Because everyone wants to say, oh no, appeals to logic and reason, those guide me. Like I don't make decisions based off of emotions, and they're fucking liars.
They're fucking
99.9% of the time, they are a fucking liar.
Yes.
And this is coming from someone that, for a long time, I saw myself like that. Not necessarily as a conservative, but I saw myself as someone that, was persuaded more so by logic and reason than my emotions. Like, I saw that, your emotions factoring into any kind of decisions
was not a good thing because emotions tend to lead us astray, right? Except the problem with that or the problem with that thinking was not realizing that at that time I was actually pretty damn shitty at recognizing decent logic and reasoning. And that I'm pretty damn sure it's the case that there's a lot of people out there that are in the same boat. Probably haven't even studied logic, don't even know what a fucking syllogism is.
A soliloquy.
Yes.
Joking.
No. It's soliloquy. No. Maybe they'll understand basic if and then statements, right? Like most basic kind of logical argument. But we still have things happening like this. So, you know the phrase, just speaking about how people don't understand logic at all. The phrase, that's a valid argument, does not make sense from a logical perspective. Like, if you actually study logic, if you say an argument is valid, that's actually not a thing. A premise can be valid. So a part of the argument can be valid. Like this part can be valid. The argument can be sound, but the argument isn't necessarily valid.
Yeah, it's not inherently valid. Like,
Right.
It's more like we accept, like we're accepting your way of thinking, like, or I acknowledge that this is.
And I'm trying to, because it's been several years since I've actually looked at it.
Get bogged down in it, baby.
But that's the thing. Like, we actually regularly misuse a phrase because it doesn't actually, like, if you do study logic, if you study logic on any level, that's one of the first things that you learn is that arguments aren't valid, or you can't make a valid point. Sorry, I had all mixed up. A point can't be valid. Because it's not a quality that could be ascribed to that. But anyway, that whole thing aside,
Yes.
before I get off on a tangent.
I know, I was about to say, honey, look at my audience.
Yeah, yes, look at your audience. You get a bunch of trolls that trickle in from the
I
time.
know, I'm so fucking tired of trolls.
But anyway,
trolls, but Jesus, I'm done with you.
people are so politically illiterate. Like, it's just, that is a fact. Like, we only talked about being persuaded by facts and everything, but it is literally the case that so many people in this country are politically illiterate. They don't know what their party stands for. They don't know what platforms they're, like, what, like, ideas are actually putting.
Hold on, I got a musical reference that will sum this up. I always voted in my party's core, and I never thought of thinking for myself at all. I never thought of thinking for myself at all.
Right.
I thought so little, they rewarded me by making me the ruler of the Queen's Navy.
Yes.
Okay, either way, you don't think, you're just like, you vote your party's core, you don't have to think.
Well, it's
and
like
that actually goes back to, like, how conservatives think, because they're like, they don't want to think for themselves. I've literally had people in my family be like, I don't want to think.
And
there we go.
And the big point there, though, is that because people don't actually know what the hell actually constitute their parties or what their parties actually stand for, you get this weird kind of nonsensical, like, reasoning of certain things. Like, I'll give a really good example here. So, when it comes to Republican ideology, right? It is literally the case that being a Republican is synonymous with being conservative. That's a joke. That shouldn't be a thing, but it is. The term conservative and the term Republican should not be interchangeable. They are separate things. They had been separate things for a very long time. But somehow along the way, they end up being meshed together for no good reason. The same thing happened with the other major party, with the Democrats here. Being a Democrat has become synonymous with being a liberal. they're not the same thing. Also, on that same platform of what a Democrat is, leftist, liberal, like, and then the other more
Socialist.
extreme things, Marxist, communist.
Oh my god. Okay, I gotta tell you. So there's a story behind this, and this is why I can't even another person in my family. Because I got a great family, let me tell you. I love my family, don't get me wrong. I act like, but like, we just have fundamentally different ideas. And when I see and being a history major and like having to study so much political science, when I see all these words thrown together, I fucking cringe. And when both of our pet peeves is like when somebody tells us how we're feeling or what we are, right? So my cousin who, God is forbid, mentally unstable as fuck. I'm not even gonna joke like that. He's not. That's the sad part. He's not. But when he strings together sentences like this, he's like, oh, yeah, well, so he said my college was a leftist, Marxist, liberalist, communist, socialist college, and that no wonder why my beliefs are, and like, no wonder why my beliefs are wrong, or he just went on this long-ass tangent and about saying like that I'm those things because I went to that school. So I did a thing where I defined them all, and I'm like, no, I'm not this because of X, Y, and Z, or Marxist is this. I'm not that because X, Y, and Z. And like I had to go through each and every single one of them, and I know that bitch didn't read it. And I'm like, because they're a little pussy. Like they like talk a big game, like, oh yeah, you're Marxist, leftist, socialist, communist.
All these words scare me, and I don't understand them.
I don't know these words, and you're scaring me because you have ideas and you're a woman and have opinions, and
well, it's more the case that
I know it just pisses me off.
I disagree with you, and I don't know how to do that in a productive way. So I'm going to throw names at you.
Name calling.
I'm going to call you these names
damn.
of things that I don't like. And that's how we're going to conduct this disagreement.
Name calling, Jesus fucking Christ! Like,
yeah.
It has only like started to bother me now more than ever, because I'm more aware now. But Jesus, like the disrespect in my household is real. Like the name calling when somebody disagrees with you, it's so fucking unreal, and it is a conservative thing. Like, and these quote unquote Christians be like, name calling out the ass, like, oh, you had to have had a lobotomy, dehumanizing, like, just Jesus, like, oh, and then like when you try to rationalize, so like let's say the border, like when a lot of the South Americans were coming over
still are
okay,
like this is a ongoing issue,
but like a few years ago specifically, when they were crossing the border in like massive waves, they're like dehumanizing them, and it's like. And then my husband asked my brother Matt, because like he was the one being an asshole about this. It's like, what happens if America was unsafe and you had to leave and go to Canada or somewhere else, and you took your children with you? Would you not want the best for your child? And instead of trying to like think about this logically,
wouldn't even process it.
God damn, I was like, that's different. It's always fucking different.
Like, no, it wasn't even that it was that different. He's like, oh, that would never happen here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what it was.
Yeah. He's like wouldn't even entertain the thought because no, that's not a world that could possibly happen. Like no.
Night Flippy, thanks for listening to our rants. We're probably gonna head out here too in a minute. It's already 10 o'clock. But yeah, no. Thanks for listening to our rants and being an awesome viewer.
Oh, you were quite done.
We appreciate you. I know. Go ahead.
No. It's fine.
No,
I can cut,
I'm just saying,
cut
like.
it off.
I know. Stay tuned for part 2 next time. No, you can finish your thought. I didn't mean to. I was just gonna say goodbye to Flippy before he heads out. So go ahead. Actually, you're not allowed to finish your thought here.
Bruh, I've struggled because I had to stop several times. But it's so on just being politically illiterate in this country. The kind of double standards that happen with discourse where, you hear, oh, well, we need to just come together, but then there's massive disrespect and things like that happen. And then there's just I will say one of the major things that happens, especially when it comes to political discourse, the amount and number of assumptions that get made is unreal. Like back to her cousin. He assumed just because she went to college, because he probably knew absolutely nothing about the college that she went to. He assumed just because she was disagreeing with him that clearly all of these ideas came from an institution of higher learning, and that's where she got these ideas that are run contrary to his own, because you couldn't possibly have these opinions or develop these ideas if not for a school telling you that this is what's happening.
Or somebody else telling you.
Right. Like, couldn't...
But
that did not cross his mind at all. And a lot of people do this. People that I've disagreed with before. I've literally been told, oh, you didn't grow up poor.
I'd be like, joke's on you, bitch, because I did.
They legit told me. It's like, oh, you didn't grow up poor because you went to Hampden-Sydney College. It's like, I had student loans and I had scholarships.
And I was homeless. I graduated homeless.
I enrolled homeless and I graduated homeless. Like, I did not have a permanent address when I went off to college after my senior year in high school. I did not have a permanent address. We were living in my mom's friend's house with her gay son and his 2 boyfriends. Who the friend was in denial about, by the way.
And then graduated in like a not
and then I graduated,
good place either.
And when I graduated, I had no place to go back to because my brother was gone. He didn't have a department anymore because he was trying to join the military. My mom was homeless.
Literally in a shelter.
Literally in a shelter. So I was like, where the hell was I gonna go? Like, but I wasn't poor.
Yeah, no.
You
graduated with like what, $1,000 to your name? And that's from working
and that's
in the library.
That's what I had left. That's what I had left after.
Mm-hmm.
But I've had so many things happen where, like, I'm trying to be a reasonable person in discussion. And I disagree with them, but they make all manner of assumptions.
Yes.
And most of them are nonsensical. Like, people that I would consider probably reasonable in their everyday life, they make these weird, unreasonable, like
far-fetched.
Yeah, like there was somebody that there was somebody that was complaining about the gas prices recently. He's not Republican. He does identify as libertarian.
Oof.
Right. That's a whole other mess that I'm
for another day.
Yes, but the whole thing was that, like, he was complaining about the gas prices and was trying to say that, because the Keystone Pipeline that was stopped by Biden, that's why we didn't have energy independence, or that's why the gas prices are higher than what they should be in this time. And I was like, so in response to that, I was like, I'm not sure I could live, or I was like, I'm not sure I could approve the idea of having that pipeline extended further into Native American land, where we've seen multiple times that they fucking leak into the land that they have left, like the little bit of land that they have left, and they've got a fucking pipe that's leaking into it because they keep rupturing because none of them are really secured. Like, this is a thing that keeps happening. Not only that, they'd be building through those areas, they would be reneging on all sorts of agreements that they had had prior. So it would make the American government look like a complete asshole. It already is, but even more of an asshole. Because
that should be our next topic. Our next topic of conversation for our next stream will be reparations and Jesus fucking Christ. They didn't happen, or if they did, it was very little.
I was making these points, right?
Yes.
They're reasonable points. I was told that, oh, don't tell me you support Biden. And I'm like, where do you even get that? Like, how do you even make that jump in thought of me putting very poignant criticisms of trying to do this thing?
Oh my God.
And you assume that just because I'm bringing up these points, that I support Joe Biden and what he's doing.
Oh my
Like,
god, that actually reminds
the
me of
hell?
another time when this was like during like the Black Lives Matter 2020, and I had like commented on this post like with a lot of people, and it's like yeah, black people have like no reparations given to them, and then immediately, oh, so you don't support Native Americans, and I'm like, how the fuck did you reach that conclusion?
Yeah, it happens.
And it happens, these
so
wild accusations
These wild
of
leaps.
far left. And it's like, sometimes like, and I grew up like in that kind of household. So like sometimes I'm just like, when I make these statements, I'm like, ooh, I need to back up there.
Yeah, because
No.
they're wild
They're
leaps.
crazy. And it's like the wild leaps we make as humans are just like, god damn. Okay, but that is going to be for another time because it is 10 and we are going to have, I think, 8 to 10. I think that's going to be my stream time. I think that's a really good, don't you think? A nice
guess.
few hours. People are in here trolling me. Woo. Some listen to me, thankfully, flippity.
Flippity floppity.
My flippy floppies. All right, thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the follows today. And I hope to see you on Saturday from 8 to 10 Eastern time. And have a good night.
Good night.
Basically, don't make rash assumptions. Please, please, please.
I mean, you're gonna make assumptions. Just don't lead with them.
Yeah, yeah.
Ask questions instead. Ask more questions than you ask.
Yes.
Like make assumptions
Yes,
because.
please. Get more clarification.
Right.
Don't assume. All right, you guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good night. Bye.
And stuff.
I didn't press the end button.
Walk away.
Walk away. And it'd be like, where's the person? Why did they all leave? How do I understand? Bye, you guys. Have a good night. Thanks for listening to our rants. We really appreciate it. And have a good night.